Hello boys, my name is Kuliyoshi. I did some more research and yeah, it's one of those rare spawns again that only spawns in one particular location at one particular time, but after a little while I finally tracked it down. I just found it now in this area, the Bonsly I was trying to look for. Bonsly is one of those food lover Pokemon as well, so I will need to feed it food as part of its request. So let's start by trying to catch it, obviously, first. That's the big important thing I need to do, is capture it. Now, with Bonsly spawnings and whatnot, I always forget, but unlike some of the other setups, Bonsly doesn't have like a set spawn rate, unlike some of the other Pokemon, which may only respawn after a set bit of time. So what I'm thinking is, because Bonsly technically respawns by leaving the area over and over again, if I just immediately leave the area, fast travel to this area known as the Diamond Settlement, and then head up to this upper area to go here, then I will potentially get it to respawn, because heading in and out for most Pokemon respawns them in the same area where they were before, which can allow you to potentially catch them again. But it doesn't always work. It depends on other stuff. Like, you can get Pseudo-Woodles to appear instead of Bonsly, but most of the time this will manipulate the other Pokemon to appear. That being said, it doesn't always appear. If it doesn't appear, or you miss it, then you have to leave and completely re-enter the area to get it to appear again. And the spot I just marked, by the way, is the only location where Bonsly will appear. It does not appear anywhere else, and it also appears around the same area as the Sudowoodo apparently appear too. Of course, the Sudowoodos are easier to find because they spawn a bit more rapidly around the area, and there's also other Pokemon that can settle on with them. Going a bit closer just to make sure I'm not like missing anything. Now, one of Bonsly's annoying requests has you wait on it to leap out a few ore deposits, but of course I won't really know exactly where it appears in those ore deposits if I just go around doing stuff normally. Okay, unfortunately that trick didn't work. If you don't see it, by the way, in order to get the area to reload, or at least reload within a set distance, you have to fast travel to a different point to despawn the enemies, and then leave again, and come back again later to despawn other stuff. Also, part of the stage was manipulation for that space-time distortion. Just had to throw that out there. I will definitely go in that to try and find some new Pokemon. I can help it. Another easy way to, I guess, tell, because since Bonsly is shy, it'll see you from longer range, so if you see any dot markers, that usually means it's close. But similarly, Paris also does literally the exact same thing, so it could be a Paris too. But if you don't see Veshuvs, then chances are it's probably a Bonsly. As an icon, though it depends on the way you look at it, really. Oh, Cricketoo, I don't think you're usually here as well. But anyways, I'm gonna fast travel to these points a little bit, to try and trigger an animation to appear. And if it doesn't work, which it seems like it didn't anyway, I'll just enter this very unusual area here, which kind of darkens with Rash. We'll pass the time by trying to catch something. And then beyond that, we kind of just waiting. Now, a big problem with these space-time distortions that can be kind of annoying to deal with is enemies tend to appear wherever. So they can potentially spawn on top of you, and they also really, really love spawning in groups, which makes them very frustrating to actually catch. Not to mention there's various Pokemon that appear here, like the Eevee evolutions, other stuff, and various other Pokemon, all at level 90. So, like I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. If you try and even catch Pokemon here at all, you'll have to do battle with them usually to get them. And sometimes when you do battle, you'll fight 3 of them at once. Hello, Yanma. Oh, that one. Okay, this time it's battling me. Alright, I'll just battle it. Okay, it doesn't seem worried at all. I need to use Thunder Shock Momentum as part of one of his effects, so I'm going to use that a bit. If anybody's wondering why it's Rotom Ice and not something else, it's because I need Rotom Ice to complete my Path of Solitude with it. Oh my gosh. This is why I initially wanted to do a reset, because it takes a very long time for things to spawn, but if I don't go in here too soon, yeah, things happen. And by the way, I can't even move while targeted by a Pokemon. I can still mount, so if I were to get confused here, I could just mount up, escape from the madness the best I could, and then leave afterwards. And then I wouldn't have to worry about it. Good grief, it's taking a bit longer than I expected. You see, the space-time distortion, in case you know, has to build up a lot before it'll actually say, oh, the space-time distortion has now appeared, and then you can battle. This is why I considered just going outside it for a little bit, but whatever, I'm too late now. We're just waiting on the time to be right now. As for the best spot in space-time distortion, it really depends on the spot. Some spots are basically force you to do battles, while ones with this grass, as you see here, you can actually do more of the regular strategy, though good luck using the heavy ball strategy on these, since there tends to be multiple of them together, so even attempting to use the heavy ball strategy won't usually work well. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, one of my last moves, so one of my last videos, I used I managed to get Garantina. I should have mentioned that before. In fact, we only have one legendary left in terms of just regular legendaries that we can get to finish off our Pokedex. As for the others, we have to get some other ones through evolution, unfortunately. Oh goodness, that booming. Alright, now it's appeared. Now they can appear even around me too. And they often appear in groups of 3. Oh, there they are. And yeah, as you can see, Eevee can also appear in these as well. Oh, by the way, you can multi-catch them. I forgot to mention, this is kind of a hidden tech you can do, and I usually don't use it that often, but... Hello. One big thing you can do is, since the Pokemon will often look at another as you go through, if you can catch one before it realizes the others are happening, you can kind of just 2 of them caught in balls at the same time, which could be really useful, depending on what you do. Because if you time it just right, you can get stuff going. The only annoying part being, as you move through this, I need to get this item, whatever that is. That's a nugget. Okay, that's what that was. But yeah, one of the big things with these is Pokemon change here constantly. At first it's one set of Pokemon, and then the next time it changes. Unfortunately, once you get a lot of Pokemon, there's not a lot you can do to speed this process up, so most of the time you might get stuck in here just waiting for the right Pokemon to appear. And then when it despawns, you have to go back and do some other stuff. So in this case, I think I'm just waiting for Porygon to appear. And when it didn't spawn, I have to do other stuff. Alright. Let's just battle this guy, Alright. Good. Alright, now what? More Wapanies. Now, if you stay in the right spot, unless they go right next to you, they usually can't see you. So most of the time, if you are farming Pokemon, you can kind of just chill in this area here, and usually they won't see you. And again, because the Pokemon spawn on Rapid Tower, there'll be different Pokemon in different times. By the way, this is a popular place to get Eevee, in case you hadn't noticed, because in almost every... It doesn't really matter which one. You can get Eevee to appear multiple times here. I need to just switch quickly. This is not who I wanted to battle, necessarily. If one of them is too close, in case you knows, though, you have to battle them. I don't think fighting type is going to be enough. Have to do this first to weaken it. Alright. Like I really care, because if I could just take it out in one hit, the paralysis doesn't really do anything for me. Alright, where'd the others go? I think they just ran. So now we have to wait for them to respawn. Actually, no, wait, they are there. They're just very far away from... And yes, you can get rare Pokemon to show up as well. Particularly the Eevee evolutions, which you usually do not find here very often. If you do want to catch these before they despawn, then you'll have to be very quick, because if you don't catch them before the fade out happens, they'll just disappear like that. That's what makes farming them so difficult. And you can find alphas here as well, as you can see, but again, they have the same timer problem, and they'll just leave after a set amount of time. Oh gosh, Dyslexio, please. Dyslexio's way too close for effort. I was about to say, if it didn't move further, I may have had to catch it. Also, whenever Drifblim disappears, that's always super crazy, because you never know where it's gonna just reappear right in your face and kind of destroy you. And I've had some of them... Oh, it's gone now. Whatever, we caught one Porygon. That's basically what we were going for anyway. Since that took a bit, let's see if we can find another bonsai. If not, we'll just leave this area and try and find something else instead. As leaving the area often causes Pokemon to respawn anyway. So often it's better to just reset the whole thing. Screw you, I'm just gonna fly away, so I don't have to deal with those jerks aggressing me every few minutes or so. I don't know. At least when I first did, like, rare spawns, looking for rare spawns, I usually found Pichu in the same manner as well, usually. Because it seemed to appear quite a bit more than I usually think it would. Oh yeah, it also has... I forgot, you get boost for catching Pokemon in space-time distortions, which are supposed to be harder. Okay, so now we know exactly where it is. And more importantly, it's different spots that we have to do. When you see that you have to see it leap out of ore deposits, you wonder, how in the world am I gonna get that? That's probably what I'm wondering right now as well. Like, I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own, probably. Of course, if I was just going for all Pokemon, then that one bonsai I caught is that I didn't need to get any other ones. I could just go through and finish the game at that point. I still need to get quite a few now. As for the evolutions, I'll probably set them up just like I always do. Oh, right. Alright, yeah, I almost forgot. We haven't even done other stuff, which included defeating Licky with fighting type moves and other stuff. I'm gonna go for that right now, actually, since I have to get that at some point anyways. I miss saying that. Yeah, okay, it's in the Shrouded Roads, which tells me its alpha version is also there. Alright, I'm gonna go to what I think is the closest camp, and just go for that now. So we're gonna go for that, and some other catches of Bonsai while we wait. Actually, Bonsai is one of the tougher ones to get. That monster icon I put on the map is my only memory of it spawning there, which is how I even know it's there. Okay, thankfully we can get Licky's completions pretty easy by just kind of walking up to this alpha and defeating it with fighting type moves. Why not? You know, one thing I probably should do, since I got all my main Pokemon, maybe just one time, maybe just this one other time, I should try Path of Solitude. Just like yell it almost. Just randomly try Path of Solitude with my main Pokemon and see if my main Pokemon can actually win that too, because Path of Solitude could be done with literally any Pokemon. So if you wanted to, you could choose to do it with ours as well. Okay, unfortunately I think this Bonsai is a set spawner, which is a bit annoying. And multiple Pokemon are in the way, so I'm gonna have to battle this Parasect to get through here. Make sure it's dead before I move in. Didn't even see if Bonzili found me or not. I think I see it, but it's hidden behind a tree. Alright, it is there. Or not, that's just Sudowoodo. We have to get it out of the way one way or another though, so I thought I would go ahead and at least get that. Yeah, I was right, okay, so it wasn't even there at all. Alright, that tells me it's not spawned. I feel like in order to refresh the page, I may have to catch the Sudowoodos as I go around, just to give it more spots to spawn. Keep in mind, it can spawn different Pokemon as well. Maybe resetting that will help, and in the meanwhile, we'll battle Sudowoodo for type uses. Alright. Fortunately, it didn't work again, so I'm once again gonna have to reload the area by just moving a set distance away. It might actually be more than I thought, which is why I think I'll just move over here. Make sure it actually despawns, and then head back to try again. I took out the others just because if I take out those other Pokemon, then maybe it'll spawn again. But I don't know what will happen. Maybe it could be gone for a little bit. I don't know. Oh, I still need to defeat that, but that has to be with flying type moves, which we don't even have. Speaking of which, I should probably change out one of my Pokemon for one that has a flying type move, so I can actually use that. Okay, alright, by doing all of that, Bonsai finally appeared. So, it's just as I thought. It's another one of the rare spawns of this game, which there's quite a bit of them. In case you already noticed. But they can be kind of annoying to find sometimes. I get double annoyed when you have these stupid Aersect and whatnots just kind of getting in your way, and you're forced to battle them just to get them out of the way. And you can't just, like, run away either. They'll just chase after you if you do that. So you have to battle them, get them defeated. And then you can finally go after Bonsai. So yeah, in case you didn't notice, this is a pretty rare Pokemon. Doesn't spawn often. Honestly, I don't care what happens. We need whoever or not I catch out of the first try or not, since I still need to... I still need to see it through other stuff as well. Alright, now we're gonna do that. Okay, 8. Sorry if this is a little tedious, but again, when you're trying to get all of the Pokemon, it can take a little while to get it all done in one setting. And I'm not necessarily cutting this out because I want to actually find most of these myself. Because I need everybody to obviously know exactly where these Pokemon could be found, because if they don't know, then they won't know what to do. See, now you get my point. Now you get why I'm actually doing this way, and not specifically... Alright. I could just scare them away too, but I don't have the... I don't really have the setup for that. I'm just gonna use Thunderbolt instead. I don't care, it's resistant. Just get it out of the way. Screw you. I'm not gonna deal with these parasites anymore. They're gonna see me right away. I'm just gonna run and come back and try again. This is a berry tree, by the way, so it could have potentially sounded trivy, but we did not get it. Alright. That, I could just cause it to run away, and then I could just do a little to get rid of that. Hopefully that will cause Bonsly to appear. And yes, in case you didn't notice, Bonsly doesn't necessarily have a set spawn, so if it doesn't appear, I have to figure out ways to remove some of the Pokemon and then just refresh the area over and over again until I get it to appear. That's what makes it kind of annoying to appear. Thankfully, Fiery Mokiton isn't as bad since I don't need to catch it a lot, because it'll always appear here, so I can catch it if I want, or just battle it. I've obviously gone with the battle tactics since I need to get its Pokédex essentially completed anyway. I will say having to get all of them to level 10 does make it a bit more tedious, because rather than just immediately evolving them and then just finishing once you got all of them registered, I actually have to put a little bit more effort into it. You know, I think the smarter way to do this, if nothing appears, is to just purposely trigger them all to, like, attack me or something. And when Bonsly doesn't appear, just keep on doing that instead. But there are other various things that can be done as well. In fact, if it doesn't appear at all, it probably would be simpler to just do other stuff. It seems much easier to just approach it from this way. So, you know what? I'll just... Why not? I'll approach Bonsly from this way instead. As you can see, the two Sulu all have reappeared again. Don't actually need to despawn all of them. No Paraseer this time. Interesting. Alright, didn't appear. Of course, each time you reload the area, it doesn't necessarily reappear right away. Also, I feel like there is a faster way to do this. I just don't know if you have to clear out some Pokemon first before I'll trigger it to reappear. So whatever, I'm just gonna do the fastest version possible, which is to just look at it from the air. It's safe and efficient, and if I don't get Bonsly to appear, I could just immediately leave rather than doing other stuff, and that should refresh the area. I don't even know. I guess you could also listen to the cries as well. If you know the cries, you could watch those as well. But that's not something I want to do, and it's very risky to look at it just using word deer, since it would just make Bonsly disappear if I did that. I don't see it. I say that as I almost thought I saw it, but then, yeah. There is probably an easier way of getting this Pokemon, but I just want to show off that I could potentially get if given enough time. Wait a minute, that actually looks like one. Or at least that Roselia at first looked like one, but then, yeah, it's just Roselia, not Bonsley. And yes, in case you didn't notice, Bonsley is another rare spawn. At least this time we know it's a basic, precise location. It's just getting to it to appear that's difficult. Okay, I can't just do this all the time. I'm gonna have to just go in the aggressively like I've done before. And if I see an exclamation point pop up that looks not like a Paris, then it's probably Bonsley. Okay, didn't appear. Again. Okay, I don't want to do this forever, obviously. I feel like and yes, I said all of that is a joke. I'm not going to complete the Pokédex entry necessary right away. In fact, it would be smarter to just get Everstep. Really, I was doing this to complete Licky Licky, really. That's all. But now we get to go for a Pokemon that I've been wanting to get for quite a bit. Togepi. It was actually in this area, but located in the Cotton Ledge Prairie. Good grief, I cannot talk today. While I'm looking at it, I'll look to see if I can also find its evolved versions as well, because that's a thing that I sometimes have a problem with. But anyway, let's go to Cotton Ledge Prairie first, which is actually really close to here. And I think I'll search that area in the same way as I did the previous one, just going to where the supposed marker is, like directly to it, and then just leaving. I'm hoping that will allow me to see it. It looks kind of silly being in this area potentially, because it's kind of mixed in with all of these Badoos and whatnots. We'll see. Jeez, I was trying to look at this to see if I could find the item, but then I just didn't see it whatsoever. Ugh. Okay, I looked for Togepi, could not find it here. If I find it in this area, I'm obviously leaving a mark for it. Last time I saw Togetic, it was flying somewhere in like midair. Didn't really look for it much, kind of just left after a set point. So I'll look kind of close to here and see if I can find it here. Bulldoral Slurp is extremely close to the Diamond Silhouette, by the way. Thanks. I don't know why it's stalled there. Okay, this one isn't appearing anytime soon either. To be fair, it is really difficult to look around an entire area and not find anything. So I guess we're going to Cobalt Coast. Yeah, Cobalt Coastlands. I thought it was somewhere else. Oh, funny. Togetis is actually flying around a city in Fieldlands at Lake Verity. Let's go ahead and catch it there, while we're there, since we still need to get that. That'll be pretty easy to get to for the most part, because we already know where the lake is, and it's laid out enough. Can easily get to it. We just have to find it flying somewhere. I actually think I remember where it is. I just kind of skipped it multiple times. I probably should have caught the Togetis while I was still doing stuff. Alright. Togekiss, by the way, is another one of those flyers. It flies around. It kind of roams around the area, and you have to get it with a jet ball. Because it's way too far away otherwise. The way it glides, by the way, is really astonishing to look at. I'll just throw that out. And because it's so focused on its gliding, by the way, it'll never see me. The problem is that also makes it kind of a problematic catch. For anybody in case didn't already know it, these Pokemon can be very difficult to get because the only way to get a ball far enough to even get close to finding it, you have to use a jet ball, which is much quicker than a regular ball. And you still have to deal with other stuff as well. The only benefit being, the moment you finally do get it, or at least attempt to get it, which you saw me do there, you can kind of just spam it with balls until it gets in. But beyond that, you're kind of just stuck doing this over and over again. And one request has us catch them while they're in the air, so I went for that first before going for Togepi and Togetic. It's de-evolved versions. I believe we did battle this, or close to battling this, as part of one of the... what is it again? Oh yeah, Path of Saltus, but I didn't really have time to do that, so I kind of just skipped that. By the way, I should probably just at least attempt the Path of Saltus, though it depends if I actually still have the light levels for it now. If not, I probably won't be able to do all of them, but I will try some of them. And in the meantime, I think I could just pick up the new ones by talking to him. Alright, alright, well, we need to go to the Owlsbuster Ice Vents, and I think the Ice Speed Camp is probably closer. But yeah, Togepi seems like a rare Pokemon. We saw it very early on at the very beginning of the game as one of, like, the main Pokemon of one of our friends, and then we kind of just couldn't find it anymore after that. Where in the world is Balfour's Lagoon anyways? I can't tell. I don't know. Oh wait, what am I doing? This is frickin' Alabaster Icelands. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder. It's the third zone, not the fifth zone. Oh, and I need to get that idea and actually do it right. Which also makes sense why I couldn't find Togetic. Oh, we have the mass outbreaks now because of that. Wait. That's fine, I guess. Whenever we go into these massive X outbreaks, we'll definitely use Medshocks to help us figure out... Oh, Baffers are good is over there, which is actually really close to the area I want to be. I guess on the way I'll check some mass outbreaks. Not a good one, unfortunately. Oh, that's Cleffa. Okay, I didn't know that. Maybe I should have ran in there that quickly. I got it tells you which one is there. Yeah, Cleffa's kind of rare. I should probably catch it. Just as soon as I look at this other encounter and potentially look at Balfour's Lagoon a bit. How low do I have to go before it'll count? Okay, there we go. I just wanted to make sure I know what it was. Okay, well, it seems we have a different goal in mind, because that other Pokemon kind of just changed that. So I guess now we are looking at the Cleffas, and also I think one of them attacked his bat, despite being really tiny. They are very tiny that way, let me know, those Cleffas. Alright. We need to probably catch them with Ultra Balls. I could do the tricks. Anyway, I can kind of just ignore them at first. Ah, too slow, by far. Again, it kind of just charged right to me. Okay, I got it before it could, attack. Alright, now it's gone. Wait, we need to get some of its research tasks done while we're here. Again, if you are trying to get a Pokemon caught, or even get its research tasks done, it's a good idea to get as many tabs as you can when you do get these resets. Alright. Trying to get all of them, of course. Alright. Now I need to go down to wherever that is. I thought it might be very far down for all I know. Last time I checked. I saw it in Norcra Ferry for a while. Oh wow, we already almost completed it practically. In fact, we did. Well, that was quick. We'll keep going for a bit though. The professor could always use more research. Yeah, I think that's kind of a silly thing to, the professor could use his research, but I guess it's good at the same time because, like, well, we need to get it anyway. And why not try to finish it out? Okay, now we've completed that as well. I like how when I do finish it, it says it as a check mark to let me know that I'm done catching that, or done catching them with a specific radius. Is that an alpha? It's not. But it's a very heavy one. Just kind of smack it in the back. Did not work, of course. It's moving very slowly. It is suddenly not interested in food. I don't know what this one's deal is with food, but whatever. Oh, a new horde. Now we have Clefairy. Oh, we've hardly defeated any at all. Yeah. can't really defeat them with Poison type because I don't have... Oh, wait, no. I do have a Poison type Pokemon. It's Roselia. I'm just not thinking properly. You have that Poison user? Yeah, let's do that. Because Poison type is super effective against Fairy. I had to learn that from just lots of moving around. It seems to be very chill around me, unlike Cleffa, which has a fair side of stuff. Need to get Roselia some experience anyway, so may as well do it now. I like how I said I kind of didn't want to focus on this other than just catching new Pokemon, but Cleffa was technically new, so I had to go in and get it, at least one of it, and we completed its Pokedex because of that. I figure we'll do that, try and also get Roselia some experience by just battling these over and over again. This is a good place to farm if you find the right Pokemon to tank out. But beyond that, once we're done with this, probably gonna go back to just finding Togepi and Togetic instead. At least now I know they're only in Cobalt Coastlands and nowhere else. Right. There's one over here. Okay, yeah, they're really chill, so if you have a Pokemon around their level, they'll usually never run away. Alright, now the reported Pokemon is gone. So now we can go back to what I was actually trying to do, which was going to Balfour's Lagoon, or whatever that is. By the way, I'll probably have to just farm massive mass outbreaks in order to actually get what I need. That's Hideaway Bay, that's not what I want. Which tells me Balfour's Lagoon is on the other side of the area. Oh, speaking of which, I also need to figure out whether this is not... this fiend prefers daytime or not. There's lots of stuff I have to deal with. Oh, the game mentions one strategy you can use for other characters, and I guess this is kind of ingenious. I didn't think about this sooner. But remember how some areas you just can't even catch Pokemon at all? Well, one of the alternative strategies... Oh, jeez. Yeah, just as I thought. Daytime only. That's what I was checking just to make sure, and I did not find it. Oh, I just remembered, by the way, the other request there, that's Adam's request to fight Palkia. I don't know why I just went into this super soon, because I'm gonna be staying here for a bit. Alright. Catching these Pokemon and probably end the episode afterwards. Alright. There we go. Now we fix the time of day in. I guess because I just do so much stuff, it keeps on changing from the daytime to nighttime very quickly. Alright. Well, let's look at Balfour's Lagoon first. I don't know what that is. I should probably take a closer look at this. Ah, just shallows. Not really needed. If I find something that I need, I should probably catch it before I forget. Oh, another one. Well, that's quite interesting. Two Shellos, mass outbreaks within, like, 2 feet of each other. Good grief. Okay, I found it. Thankfully, it was found very quickly, which helps out a bit. And of course, Togepi is shy. And we have a Pokemon behind us, of course, that wants to try and sneak up. If I could actually fight it. That is. Oh, I just forgot, also. I have a bug and rock type that is this Cleffa. So I don't know why I just didn't use that. But whatever. This Cleffa doesn't even have rock type moves. That's probably bad. Probably should have thought of that before just battling it. Well, strong style it is, I guess. Let's just go for strong style. Why not? Alright, got rid of it. Alright. Well, before I forget, let's actually set this up so it actually works properly. What I mean by properly, I mean actually changing his moves so he has a rock type move. She has Stone Axe and... And they changed Stealth Lock a bit. Stealth Lock was really useless in the original game. It would just have pointed stones thrown around the team, which really didn't do anything. Also, I think it needs close combat anyway, so we'll just give it close combat right now. Since last time I remember, I think it needed close combat, so I'll just give it right now. It has its iconic move that it can use as well, which is the Stone Axe. Literally using an axe to defeat them. Also, I don't think I could necessarily catch this the same way. Especially with Staravia around. With a Smoke Bomb, I could do it. I actually never knew that for a while, that Smoke Bomb did that. Okay. Well, that takes care of that. That was actually not as long as I thought. Oh, one of them actually spawns out on an island, funnily enough. Which is very far out of the way, but we'll try it next. I think that's the dangerous spot where I may have to just straight up use like a Smoke Bomb to get close enough to it to the point where it doesn't run away. I could also approach it for the air, but I'm not sure if that'll work well. It'll show us. Of course, we need to figure out if it's even here or not. If it's not, then we just have to run. Okay, not there. I believe Togetic is technically also a flyer within a flyer. And it's located in Tranquility Cove as well, but not necessarily in the spot where you think it would be. I think it's actually one of the flyers, so I'm gonna check that. Just to get to the right spot, I have to first climb up this massive hill. Alright, barely got away from that one. Let's try going around here first. I could have sworn I saw a Togetic flying somewhere. I'll check that, because I do need to... I do want to get that before I finish off the episode. Alright. Okay, no, it only appears on the island anyway. It's actually not on the same spot as I thought. It appears around here. This is around the area where it would appear. It's not here, though. Which shows we once again have to reload the area to get it anyway. Oh, of course. And Staravia, have to run away from before I can run. That is a bit annoying, particularly if you don't have fast travel or other stuff. I guess that's one way people die. They try to, like, leave the area or teleport away, and they figure out, oh, they're getting teleported by another vile Pokemon, so then they edit and die from that. That's not necessary. Well, it's gonna happen all the time, but who knows? Leo, like you enjoyed though, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll just see you in the next video. Until then, Leo, like you guys enjoy, comment, subscribe, and until then, peace.